Last summer, I had my first 20K month. I couldn't believe it. I was so excited. But last month, we had our first 50K month. And they looked very differently. So what did I learn from my first 50K month that you can apply wherever you are in your journey to get closer to a 50K month? My name is frederickAfrifa, and I am the co-founder of Believe in Greatness, and I'm a global keynote speaker. I help people get better at speaking and communicating under pressure. So there are three main differences between the 20K month that we had and our 50K month that we had last month. The first difference is that with the 20K, I reached that through pure volume. I sold a £1,000 B2C program. I ended up getting 21 people to purchase our £1,000 program. That took effort, that took sweat, that took long hours. So in my head, the only way to scale was through effort, was through sweating, and was through long hours. But to my surprise, our first 50K month came from 2 clients. Only 2 clients. The first client paid us £40,000 and the second client paid us £12,000. Now, these were business-to-business deals. So step number 1, to increase the scale of your business, unless you want to increase the volume, you likely have to go from a business-to-consumer business to a business-to-business business. Now, having said that, we still do B2C, but our focus in Q1 of 2026 is to really embed ourselves in B2B. And it's no coincidence that in the last 3 weeks, we've had 3 corporate engagements back to back. Now, think about it. Last year, we had 3 corporate engagements in the first 10 months of the year. And in February 2026, we had 3 in 1 month. So try and see how you can create your offer, or try and see if your product or service is applicable for businesses and how you can pitch it to them. The second difference between my 20K month and the 50K month is the amount of people in my team. Since our first 20K month in the summer, we've had a little bit more capital, a little bit more money, and we've reinvested that straight back into the business by bringing on more people onto the team. By bringing in people to do the tasks like social media, admin, email, LinkedIn, Gordon and I have been able to look at the business from a strategic point of view. We've been able to have conversations with important stakeholders that otherwise we wouldn't have time to have. So by delegating more, we've been able to scale. So whenever you get a little bit of cash in your business, ask yourself these questions. What can I delegate, and who can help add value to my business? If you consistently do this, then you will get to 50K in no time. And the final difference between our 20K month to our 50K month is the amount of content and the quality of content that we're putting out. Let me explain. When we had our 20K month, most of the content was from our phones. Gordon and I were filming from our phones, and most of our ads also came from videos that we would record on our phones. Since then, we've invested in a creative director who's behind the camera. Shout out to Camille. And not only is he a creative director, but he's also a talented videographer. This has increased the performance of our ads because more people are seeing them and there's a higher perceived level. And it's also allowed us to spit out a lot more content. So imagine having better quality and having better quantity. Since the perception of the business has increased, we've been able to increase our fees, and that has justified us getting to our 50K month. So I'm documenting my journey. Our aim in 5 years' time is to have £10 million in revenue, and it's very ambitious, but that is exactly what we're going to go for. And I'm going to take you guys on the journey. So if you've come this far, I want you to like, subscribe, and comment the biggest takeaway from the video. What are you going to do to get closer to your first 50K month? I'll see you guys in the next video.